Ready folks, how we doing? So we've got the 225 on the flout, as you can see. The Spearhead Twigger. What's she, 6.5 metre machine. Yeah, Rich has got his front box on now. I don't know if you've seen that on before or not, but yeah, got my old A-frame that I had for the fast track. So that goes on there. And then this is, well, as it looks, it's, I ain't got the key, well, the key's in the tractor, but this drawer slides all the way out, and literally all the way out. So the drawer comes out to sort of there. And yeah, it's good tool storage, flat top obviously, so you can work on it and everything. And you'll see, Richard's bought these wireless cameras, like, because he was like, you know, it does stick out a fair way out the front of the tractor with the A-frame on and everything, and it really does stick out a long way. So he thought, well, he's going to try these cameras. Like I say, they're wireless. They've got little solar panels on top as well, so they do draw a bit of current from the old current button, but they are C-type chargers as well, so if they do get low, you can just take them in. There you go, there's a little rubber cover for it, so you can just charge them up from the cigarette lighter if you want to, but that just sort of trickles a bit in when you've got a bit of sun. So yeah, and they're very, very handy. I mean, obviously I don't drive this tractor very often, like, but it does give you a bit of a well, not a bit of it gives you quite a good view when you're pulling out junctions and stuff. There you go, there's your screen. That's only flickering a little bit because it's mashing the frame rate of the camera. There you go, it's sort of compensated there a lot. But yeah, so there you go, that's a really nice clear picture. You can scroll through if you want and just go to one camera like that if you see, whatever, like. But I mean, obviously I could stick these cameras where I could stick them looking at the head or whatever, because obviously I'm not on the road. That's the one we want, wasn't it? Yeah, is that gonna? Yeah, we've lost one now. That's the one. Yeah, that's good. That's the other one. There you go. That's got it. Yeah, it tells you like they are getting a bit of charge at the minute. You can just see that at the top, the little green flash, and it records as well, like so. Quite handy for dash cams, that sort of thing, like. And they weren't cheap. I think he said they're 150, 160 quid for the screen, 2 cameras. But yeah, not that I've used it on the road, but I would imagine pulling out of a bit of a blind gateway, it gives you, you know, you can see what's coming, like. So yeah, and it's a good clear picture. So yeah, because it is, he's got a pole on the front as well. You can see the pole sticking up, just to remind you, you've got a box on the front. Because you know, when you're in that position, but you can't tell you've got a box sticking out 3 foot, 4 foot out the front, can you? Like, only when you just look round the side a little bit, like. So unlike my Rytec workbox, you can see that, you know, it's there to remind you, because you can see it all the time, sort of thing, like. But yeah, certain positions like now, you could forget that it's on there, like, and it does stick out a fair ways. But yeah, so it'd be quite handy, that would. Like I say, because they're magnetic wireless, I could just stick them anywhere. I could stick one looking forward, one looking back, one looking at the head, or whatever, like. So yeah, very handy. Anyway, like I say, we are doing some hedge cutting today. So where are we now? 5th of November? No, it's certainly in August, is it, like? Yeah, and I mean, that ditch there, bone dry, absolutely bone dry. The oval that is in front of us, front of me where I'm looking now, the ford that we go through, I could walk through in my wellies, is how low it is at the minute. It's incredibly low. They did come through, the inland waters did come through with the weed cutters a couple of weeks ago, which freed it up a bit, but didn't like, you know, it's still, you know, it really wants sort of dredging like. So that free, you know, that sped the water up a bit as it goes through. But yeah, there's you know, it has been very, very dry. Right, so getting this cord, we're going to have to do a bit of. We'll just stop the tractor a minute, and we'll just use the arm to do the trimming. Got to say, having the CVT transmission does make life a lot easier with the edge cutting. Obviously infinitely variable, the Autocommand is. So it's very easy to, you know, go faster or go slower depending on what you're cutting, so to speak. So because the gearbox on the old T7 that used to sit on the Hedge used to sit on this time of year, it didn't match the gears up, or it wouldn't remember what gear you were in forward to reverse. So if you were in say 4th gear going forward, well, it would put you in 1st gear going reverse, which is probably about the speed we're going at now. So then you'd have to click up all the gears into like the maximum reverse gear, which was 6th, to go backwards at any sort of speed. And it was very frustrating when you got bits, you know, when you couldn't go around the field and you were doing backwards and forwards like. It was very slow. I'll tell you what we can do now. We can. Oh no! Hold on. I was engaging auto steer, but it was just picking up an A/B line there. So obviously we've got this boundary mapped. So now the CHC navigation is driving the tractor for me, which will annoy loads of folks. And I do love that. I do love annoying people by using auto steer. Yeah, so because the boundary is mapped, the tractor's just following the boundary. I now don't have to steer, I can just concentrate on the head. And it's surprising what a difference it makes. You know, because you're not having to constantly, because that's what I tend to be doing. I tend to go, you know, and then you're in and out and you're all over the blooming shop. You're in and out, shake it all about. And one minute you're too near the edge and your flail is on the tractor, the next minute you're too far away and you can't reach. Well, I'll let the old CHC take control of that. I can now just one hand on the joystick for the flail, one hand on the joystick for the tractor, so I can now easily change direction or speed, because this hand is just doing the one thing now, rather than steering and then having to then get the, I normally use the left hand reverser, but that's not the easiest to use with your right hand, is it? Because it's a left hand reverser. So to have your hand on the joystick where I can change direction and the the speed travel of the machine makes life just easier. See, not much there, so we'll just nip forward a bit quick. Yeah, so what is today? Today is it the 5th? No, it could be the 6th today actually. So it's a Thursday and it's only, I do have to just watch the arm going under these big trees, just in case of the low, so that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to do some ramming. I was looking at making sure that, because the arm's quite close to the tractor at the minute, it means it's high up, so you don't want to tag any big branches there because it will just do damage. And we're clear, so yeah, so it's Thursday today, so yeah, we're off to Agritechnica on Saturday, and yeah, looking forward to it. It should be good. Like I say, I did confirm, or did see, that it was 6 years ago we last went, and you know, it's all, you know, I forgot quite a lot of it, but I can remember a few bits and bobs, and you know, all the different types of stuff we don't get to see in the UK that they have over on the continent. All the machines that they have on the continent that we don't have here. For example, there's quite a well, not quite a lot of, but I remember there might have even been Spearhead do self-propelled flails, you know, hedge cutters. So they're on a, you know, like they're on their own chassis, got an all singing, all dancing arm on it, got a blower on the rear to clear the debris off the road, because that's something they have to do in the continent, like, well, we don't have to blow the debris off, like, but they do on the continent. So stuff like that. So yeah, it should be good. The downside to all these hedges that we do is the fact that there's a fence hidden in there. So on bits like this, where you've just got some brambles to trim, you've got to be careful you don't catch the wire or the posts. Yeah, like that. That was a post. See, I've already done once round this bit, which is all it needs. So we're just going to quite happily trundle on. Getting a bit of weaving because I've turned the steering right down. So when I say I've turned the steering right down, basically how quickly it reacts. So when you're going slow, you don't need it to react very quickly, obviously, because you're going slow. The faster you go, the quicker it needs to react. So when you've got it set for low speed, it can weave about quite a bit at higher speeds, like. Let's see how we get on around this bend. Round she goes. How cool is that? Off she comes. So we're getting a bit of weaving there. So what we'll do, we'll just go into the settings, bring her up a little bit on the D and the P gain. As you can see now, it's more aggressive, but it will keep the line a lot more accurately now. So bloody hell, I'm looking right at the sun now. Probably ought to do another bit of edge, like, rather than this bit, but we'll persevere. I'm just about to see without blinding ourselves. Change the vertical now, because it's a tall old hedge round here. We've only got a trim really, like, because this hedge don't grow much, so we'll be able to go a bit quicker. You see, we've got a bit of play in this, the way this wheel is secured, which is just against like the steering column surround. there's a little bit of play in that column, and you can hear that ding 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 ding. It's not ideal really. You don't want any play on the mount at all, because basically that that play equals more steering input for the motor, which is it's having to correct more because there's play in the system, if you know what I mean. Really wants securing better, I'd say, but it does the job. Yeah, so it's literally just a trim up down here, nothing more. Although we have got, to be fair, we have got a bit of hedge down the bottom that there's a nice square bit of hedge that we do top as well, like. Whoa! These are like, I don't know how they were created. Like, they're almost like oxbow lakes, but they're not, because it's not a river. It's a ditch basically. Yeah, you got these semicircle bits going all the way down. You can see them because they've got, you got reeds in it, like, so it's wet. It's wetland sort of thing, right? There you are. Keep an eye on your head, George. Yeah, if it was wet, like if it was, we'd had a lot of rain and everything, you wouldn't be going through these, because they would, these would all have water in. This bit we're in here now, this would be full of water, and you'd be a brave man to venture into it. I mean, you'd probably be alright, obviously, because you just a tractor lot, but yeah, anything, towing anything, you'd be a bit risky, lot. So look at this thing here, it's even backing up on a boundary. Now, most things will back up quite happily on an AB line, but this is just backing up on a boundary I've driven, lot. Which is handy, because I haven't got to take control to go backwards either. Now some of you will know that 2 or 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it was Mucker's Patreon day, which we had over at Kingy's, which is a good day. I didn't do any filming or anything. A lot of folks did. Mucker's put a video up of the day, and there was a few, we had a good selection of tractors. Mucker bought his Big Massey, bought his 7810 Ford. Matt Golding bought 3 tractors, a Case and 2 David Browns. Obviously there was Kingy's tractors there. We had the Quad Track, TW30. Darren had his McCormick, and the old TW25. I had the FW30 and the Fast Track there. And yeah, it was a good day. We had just a few hours in the yard, sort of just chatting and looking at the machines, and then we went up the field and had a play. I had the mole on the back of the FW, and Wes did a video and come with me for a few runs and everything, and he's put a video up on his channel of the FW30 moulding lot, and it was very interesting seeing a different perspective of the tractor and the rig, because obviously normally I'm driving it, so you never get to see it working, because I'm sat in the seat. So to see all of it, all the video he took, and some of it inside, some of it outside, looking at the mole working, it was very interesting. But like I say, he watch his video, because it's a very good video on it. He can't use one because of all the rocks they've got over there. You just pull rocks up or break the leg or whatever. So it's not something they use, although he did used to use something similar back in the day. But yeah, it's a really good video for me, especially to see, you know, someone else's opinion of the tractor working like. So it's very, very interesting, I thought. So if you haven't seen that, go and have a butcher's, because that was yeah, it's a good video, that is. I've literally just received an email from a media company that we had dealings with back in start of the year. It must have been, it was quite a nice time of the year, so it must have been like March, April time. Yeah, basically they've it's a new BBC series coming out called Farm 999, and they just emailed me to say that the first episode is out tomorrow, Friday, which is when this video has gone up. So yeah, first video is about being impaled on a farm, not very good. So yeah, there's lots of different stuff that's you know, can happen on farms or in rural life. I'm actually on the second episode, which is on Tuesday at 8:30. I'll still be in Germany at that point, but yeah, that'd be good. So basically the episode we're in is based on the fire that we had about 4 years ago. So obviously I filmed that as it happened, you know, and it was quite a big fire, like. So, and it's not, I think, the first time that I've been approached by companies to do with yeah, that video and the fire and stuff. But yeah, this Farm 99, they come out and interviewed me and Richard. Yeah, and obviously there'll be some of my or possibly some of the drone footage. Some of the drone footage, some of the footage of the day as I filmed it, along with us sort of, you know, telling our story. So yeah, it's good. So something to look forward to. Be my first. Oh, that was talking about the fire and TV and that. Countryfile did a piece on it, didn't they? Where they had used my footage. That was a year after, I think. That was a couple of years ago now. So yeah, so it's not the first time I've been on telly, but this is like proper interview, proper interview, like. So yeah, that'll be good. Like I say, the series starts tomorrow or today as you're watching this on the Friday. And then I think there's roughly about 10 episodes. We're the second episode, which is going to be aired on Tuesday at 8:30 on BBC One. And then you can catch up on BBC Two later in the week, I think. But of course, it will be on the iPlayer as well. So yeah, check that out. That'd be you know, interesting to see what they do. I'm always nervous of like being on other people's videos, and I'll tell you why, because then I've lost control. I do like to be in control of, you know, what I put up, comments I get back, and all that sort of stuff. And then when you're giving it to someone else or appearing on someone else's channel, video, whatever, you lose that sort of power, if you know what I mean, like. Yeah, but that'd be interesting, lot. Interesting. When I do look back at it, I do think I could have looked a little bit better with me super special sunglasses on, like. But you know, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, you know, so yeah. So there's that to check out if you're at a loss. Farm 9. I think it's only half hour program. Yeah, it'd be interesting, lot. It's all like rural-based farms, that sort of stuff. You know, I've had a quick flick through of some of the episodes. Some of them are like cows getting stuck in rivers. Well, been there and done that as well, like. But there's all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it'd be quite interesting, like, to see what they've done with it, like. So yeah, it's quite handy that email just come through, like, so I could put it on this video to let you guys know about it, like. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't have been able to sort of put it out there before it was going live, if you know what I mean. So obviously I've got tomorrow, then I've got you know, then we've got Saturday we're off, so yeah, so there's that's the view I've got. So you see what I mean? Like, that's directly in front of my face there, like. And the pillar does obscure it a little bit, doesn't it? Especially there. So you have to lean forward a little bit, then you can see what's happening. But yeah, the old steering's doing its job. There it is, following the guideline. So that's where you adjust. That's the parameter adjustment there, where you adjust the how quickly it gets online. You know, how quickly it stays online, that sort of stuff. We'll get rid of that. Anyway, we've got a bit coming up here we need to do. So we'll just stop there. So that's what the that joystick does. So you just go back like that, push it forward when you go backwards to stop. When you stop, push it forward to move. If you want to do it on the move, just press the shuttle button there, like, and it will move backwards and forwards. So it's easy like that, easy like that. So just doing the last pass of this field, which is basically just along the bottom of the fence, just so that when we come round in the spring, it's easy walking, because it's surprising. All these reedy bits here, they'd still be there, and it's hard work otherwise. You'd think like over winter it'd all sort of die back, but it really doesn't. I remember one year I didn't do it, a couple of years ago. I didn't bother, because I think it was wet, so I'm like, well, I won't do an extra pass. And just done the edges, didn't do this, like I say, the ground at the bottom by the fence. And yeah, when we come to do the fencing in the spring, it was it was such hard work to get through. Like, hey, is this field done? Disengage the auto steer. Get this thing folded up. Disengage the rotor. Yeah, there we go. I'm surprised how much light the CHC nav system monitor was giving out there. If you are interested in one of these auto steer systems, because I do get people ask me about them, it's ERH Services that is the guy you want to get hold of, Elliot. ERH Services. He's the chap that imports them and everything. Very good systems. I like it. Makes life a lot easier. If you're interested in one, have a word with him. And yeah, the signal provider is RTK FNet. That's who I use. Very reliable signal. Very reliable signal, to be fair. Can't say ever struggle for signal lot. It's always accurate, always repeatable, which is very handy. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so don't forget Farm 999. You can find it on the iPlayer, but my episode will be on Tuesday, whatever it is, Tuesday next week, basically at 8:30 on BBC One. But you can watch it on the iPlayer. Have a look at Wes, i.e. One Lonely Farmers FW30 video. I'll link that at the end of this one. Yeah, jobs are good, and so basically next stop is Agritechnica, and I will be doing numerous videos, I think, because there's going to be a lot of decent stuff there that I want to have a look at, and we'll have a look at it and I'll share it with you guys, like, you know. So obviously it's not the sort of show that everyone can get to, like obviously being in Hanover, Germany. So yeah, so we'll see what we come across over there. Yeah, for now, hope you enjoyed that vid. See you on the next one. Ta-ta.